Hello, it's some dust or something. I'm here today on day 2 of the Pounce update in Path of Titans, and just like yesterday, I'm not really going into this with a set path. I'm just gonna jump around between the dinos. I enjoy kind of going back and forth, wherever the whims may take me, wherever the will of the wisp leads me. It's whatever I feel in the moment. The first thing I do want to do is grow this guy back up. If you saw yesterday's video, you saw me die on a lad here again and again and again. And one of the things I think I'm going to do is actually replace the Raptor Strikes with the Bite. Not only because I think, the Raptor Strikes, it does take multiple hits to build up your attack power. Did I even switch that correctly? Okay, I did. It takes multiple hits, and if you're pouncing, you're on a time crunch, so the first few hits you're doing aren't even at max power. And if I had to guess, the regular Bite does more damage. And keep in mind, these are just guesses. I don't have the raw numbers in front of me, but the Bite also does do very respectable bleed. So I'm going to switch that out and see if that improves my luck. I've got my well-rested bonus, so I'm going to get out, do some questing, and hey, if an easy trophy comes by, or something I think I might even have a chance to potentially take down for a trophy, I'm going to go for it. That's how we do it over here. I want to give a few shoutouts real quick. The first being to Baba Yaga's Chicken, longtime fan of the channel, longtime friend of the channel, always in my streams, always saying hi, and she gave me a $5 super thanks, so thank you, Baba. And also wanted to thank Hunya for shouting me out in a few of his recent videos. Been a lot of fun playing with him lately. Hopefully we can do it some more soon, but with all that out of the way, I am ready to just get out there in Pangera and see what the day brings us. So if that sounds interesting, I hope you join me, and thanks for watching. I avenged a baby Latin, and I got a trophy. I think that's a win-win. Now I just gotta get it back without getting got. Mission successful. And now I will take a nap here while I grow. And once this guy is back to adult, I think I'm gonna hop on something else for a little bit. Literally just waiting for quests. I spawned in over here, and it already said the area was completed. So I quest Deep Lake, and then I ran to a location quest at the Waystone, and then I came back because I'm hoping to get the quest here to respawn so that I can get the Stomp ability. And potentially switch to Slick, though so far Raptors haven't been a problem on my Rex. And I was just going to use the home cave here to equip Stomp before I moved up to the center lake. So while I was waiting for quests, two Packies decided to try their luck, and well, you caught that. I'm surprised by their stamina. I remember Packy, like as soon as you hit the water, your stamina was draining. I was a little surprised that he had enough stam coming out of the water to run for me like that. See him creeping around to the right over there by my mini-map? He thinks he's slick, doesn't he? They keep trying to knock me into the water. I don't think they realize how heavy a Rex is in comparison to a Packy. Knockback has a lot to do with the weight of you and the weight of whatever you're knocking back. And so, they, think it'd be pretty hard for them to knock me in the water. And even if they do, so what? It is funny though. Yeah, that one didn't feel too good. Do you think they realize how little damage they're doing? Or do you think they're like, oh, it's chip damage. It's chip damage. It'll add up over time. We'll get them in the long run. Packies are funny, man. I do wish my quest would come back, though. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll go to Riverland Peak. Try that. So I'd like to take a second here to talk about how I'm running my Rex. And off the top of my head, I can't remember if this is a defensive Rex. I want to say it is. Might not be, but all I know is it's not the speed Rex. So, at the very least, I'm running standard defensive capabilities for the Rex. I also don't know how the subspecies may or may not have changed recently, but I haven't used this guy in a really long time. And that's because when they nerfed the Rex right around the time that Night Stalker came out, it lost a lot of that utility. It lost combat weight, it lost um, other defensive traits that it had. I want to say at one point it even had like heavy hide. Again, my memory is kind of crap, so be easy on me if I'm getting everything I say wrong. But one thing I know for sure is that the defensive utility of the Rex fell really hard, and after Night Stalker, you saw them widely fall out of use. I mean, you'd still see them just because it's a Rex. There's always going to be people that are loyal to the Tyrannosaurus. Also, it's not like it didn't have any utility with the bone break. I mean, you still have a super hard-hitting bite. You're still an Apex, but it had lost its appeal to me as what I had once considered to be like the strongest official playable in the game. That's what I thought it was at launch, because it had that crazy combat weight, the crazy health. It could buff itself even if it wasn't in a group. Tyrant's Roar, you had the bone break. It was just, I was beating trikes, I was beating Spinos, I was beating ducks, but I stopped using it, like I said, with all the nerfs in Night Stalker. But it's finally at a point again where I think it's worth using the Rex, and I've been enjoying it so far. I mean, you got the 2 head slots, and this was a big one for me. Face tank, take 30% reduced damage from hits to your head, neck, and chest. That is huge. 30% is massive, and you can combine it over here with Deep Rumble. Decreases incoming damage by 20% for 30 seconds. So if you hit the Rumble and you're face tanking, that's a 50% damage reduction for 30 seconds, and then a 30% damage reduction for the rest of the fight. Not to mention, you've also got Lone Hunter now for that 10% increased attack. Your bite still hits like an absolute truck. And the only problem with running base tank is that it uses up one of your slots. And for the Rex, one of the big things it's always had is Bone Snap. Now, I'm not running Bone Snap, and I'm not running Crushing Bite, because Crushing Bite, in my opinion, it's probably not worth using on a Rex, unless like you're in a group and you can really chain those. But I chose to go with the regular bite, and that's because the Rex's regular bite attack does a ton of damage. I think it has 80 base damage, and the Rex already has just insane combat weight. And now, with Lone Hunter, that's 10% more, so even though I'm not running Bone Snap, which is also extremely useful, the bite, along with the Lone Hunter, really works out. As far as hides, I still haven't dealt with raptors yet, so I don't know how valid Slick Scales is. I imagine if raptors did give me some trouble, I could always put my butt into a wall and just face them and deal with it that way. I've got my stomp, or go into like a medium-sized puddle and shake them off and then catch them as they're swimming away. Resilient Scales, I think, is a pretty good call. Even though Venom is kind of at an all-time low, with the Meg being the only thing that can run it. Bleed reduction, or bleed healing, is pretty nice. I thought about potentially switching to lightweight, but I'm not going to be fast no matter what. I'm not going to kid myself with that. But the Stomp is really nice, and even though it's really slow, I can see it really helping out if you're being ganged up on by a big group. But I'm really glad that this thing is finally at a position where I feel like I can use it the way I like using it, which has always been as a big, bulky tank dinosaur. I never tried to run speedy Bone Break Rex or anything. I always liked doubling down on its bigger attributes. It's really what I like to do for all dinosaurs. I don't make bulky raptors, and I don't make quick Rexes. You play what you want to play, and you lean into its strong points. And I'm really glad that between the face tank and the low rumble, the Rex is finally viable, in my opinion. For a while there, I don't think it was the best Apex as far as viability went, but I finally think that it's in the running again, and I'm really grateful to this update for doing that. No, I haven't been on my Stego in a while. I do really like Stego, and it got some really cool stuff in this update as well. I considered changing the subspecies. I asked Hunya in one of his videos what he recommended, and he said the HP subspecies, so the really bulky defensive one. And I think that's absolutely the best choice if you're going for like a meta build. I would definitely run that if I was in like a deathmatch server or something. But this is the one I already had grown up, and I picked this one mostly based on looks. I like the more traditional look of this subspecies of Stegosaurus. But now I just need to get enough marks, because I already got the Lone Survivor. It also got Fresh Blood, which is cool. Increase attack by 10% when within 50 meters of a bleeding creature. In any fight, you're going to be within 50 meters of a bleeding creature, because that's what you do. So that's like a free 10% attack boost after the first hit. But Lone Survivor for the armor and maneuverability is really nice for a solo player. Oh, you are dead, man. Hitting you is kind of hard, though. I'll say that. How am I taking so much damage off me? Damn! What is this lag, man? Now I see the problem. Holy cow. On my screen, it didn't even look like he was close to hitting me. That's kind of mean. Man, Sarco hits hard, by the way. Sorry, I was surprised by that. I was not expecting for a Sarco to just walk up on land and do that. And I was wondering why none of my tail swipes were hitting. I thought maybe because he was too low, but as it turns out, we were jumping around because of lag, I think. So he was getting all these hits on me. Yikes. Yikes, dude. I'm just gonna chill here for a second. But what I was saying, Lone Survivor, Fresh Blood's also pretty cool, but I like the Lone Survivor as someone who's always playing solo. And then I've got the Tough Scoots, that's what I was running before. You can get the Resilient, or this one's pretty cool, the Solar Powered. The only reason I'm not too intent on getting the Solar Powered is because I don't really like situational buffs. Like, it's the same reason I don't run Latin Night Stalker stuff, really, that much anymore. Like the Call of the Night Stalkers or any of that, or the Hide. And that's just because I don't like that it's only at night. That's too situational. Like, it's nice when you have it, but you're not always gonna have it. However, if I chose Tough Scoots, that's always a 15% increase. But the next thing I'm going to go for is the long distance runner. And then I'll have this guy kitted out the way I want for this update. Hopefully I can go without teleporting Sarks until I get enough points that I can get long distance. That was... I almost want to say embarrassing. Right, look at this. Stego, how you lose to a Sarco on land. Ty, not gonna lie, dude. We were jumping around like crazy from the lag. But yeah, gonna get some marks to get the long distance runner and get some practice in on this guy. Been watching a lot of Hunya's videos lately, and they've been really cool. They've made me really excited to try this thing out. I see you over there. I know you're having some intrusive thoughts right now, buddy. And I'm here for you. Just, don't do anything stupid! Nothing stupid! Stop! Alright, you have a lot to live for. I think you understand the risk you're taking in going after a Stego. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You go spend some time with your family, okay? Stay in touch. All the best. Love you. Gotta say, I am so happy to have Lambeo back. When they took away its self-healing, I completely stopped using it. Even with the front kick, you know, the healing was just such a huge part of Lambeo. That's why we called it, you know, Lambulance. And, you know, typically when I play this game, I'm playing solo. Every now and then I'll get in a group, and it was nice and everything, but I really like playing solo. And not being able to heal myself unless I was in a group was a huge like turn off for me. So I haven't really touched Lambeo since Night Stalker, really, when it couldn't heal itself anymore. And it finally has that back. It has a lot of other really cool things too. I'm out here grinding right now because you can get Lone Survivor, which is huge, and Long Distance Runner, which is huge. So I'm gonna have to do a new showcase vid on the Lambeo at some point. I just put up a poll because I was thinking, with all the changes recently, I'm definitely gonna have to redo a lot of my old Dino showcases. And this is one that I think a lot of people appreciated my my first Lambeo vid. It got a lot of people to make one, which made me really happy. Because it is a great playable. And I think at this point in the game, with all the new tools it has, with Lone Survivor, Distance Runners, Health Healing, while also now having a front attack, his little kick thing, you know, he's very stamina friendly, he's heavy, he's mobile. There's nothing to stop Lambeo from being a fantastic playable, both in groups and solo. So I'm just stoked to have him back. I used to love playing on my Lambeo. I made a few videos back in the day when my channel first started making Path of Titans content, where I was just the Lambeo fighting stuff and running from stuff, and I love it. It's one of my favorite playables, and now it's back. So just like with the Rex, I regained one of the playables that I used to love that kind of fell out of favor for a little bit. And I just wanted to share that with you. I'm really happy about it. Territorial Suka. Oh, it's because he's got a buddy. I was fighting these guys yesterday. They were at LBM. Yeah, that's right. Hey! Why'd you thumb me, Iguanodon? Oh, no, he got me. Damn. Damn, dude. Suko hits hard. Does Suko always hit that hard, bro? Damn. I looked at the footage from that fight again, and so Suko does hit hard, but the Iggy was trying to help, and I really appreciate it. But when the Iggy thumbed me, it was trying to hit the Suko, but when you take bleed, your healing call stops working, and so I could have gotten a lot more health back if that healing call would have run its course without me getting hit by the Iggy thumb. Because that completely stopped me from healing. And it was so close with that other Suko. I mean, he was meatball. Any little bit of health to get a few more tail hits off might have made all the difference in that fight. And again, not knocking the Iggy. They were trying to help. And I really appreciate it. But two Sukos, man. Those are the same two, I think, that yesterday were staking out LBM. I don't know if I have any footage from what was going on then, but I was a Pycno, and they were with a group of birds, and I was I don't even remember if I recorded any of this, but I was running in, because how it started was, I was on Alberta, and the two Sukos and the birds took me down. So I went back as Pycno, and the birds were messing with me, so what I would do, I would run in, because Pycno has just like insane speed and stamina for some reason. I'd run in, I would charge and one-shot the bird, grab the trophy, run off, give it to a baby, come back, find a bird, charge it, one shot, grab the trophy, run off, give it to a baby. And I did that for a little while. But those two Sukos, I think they had the same skins from the ones yesterday. And it was two, just like before, so pretty sure it was the same group of super aggro Sukos. We almost got him though. I mean, I got the storm one really low on health, and then the milkshake one, between me and the Ig, he was on death's bed too. You know, he ran to the water. So, you know, could have gone a little better. There was some crossfire, but for the most part, you know, I can't beat myself up too much. He's not running the bleeding bite, so I can let him bite me as many times as he wants. At the end of the day, he's not going to bleed, so I can always heal call. Got you with the tail attack, Burrow. At least he's not running away. He's being fun at least. Oh, I had to say something. Gets low on health. He's probably gonna jump up on that rock. That's what I would have done. just hiding behind it. Oh, come on, man. So close. So close. I want the trophy. This guy's like, I'm just gonna mind my business. Little birdie, why do you fly upside down? It's amazing the way you get around. Oh, there's a death? No, it's a baby Rex. Never mind, not a death. I don't need to be concerned. Well, I think I'm going to call this one here. The next episode will probably pick up where this one left off. Just me grinding to get all the Lambeo abilities, maybe get a few more fights in. But I'm looking over, and I think this is going to be a long one, because I'm looking over and I've got like 20 clips, maybe? Maybe not that many, but a lot of clips to put in this, so hopefully you guys like these longer videos. If you don't, you know, feel free to leave some feedback, and I always take it into consideration when I'm making videos, but I'm kind of enjoying these long form, you know, switching dinos sort of compilations of moments and fights and thoughts. Hopefully you enjoy them too. They're really fun for me to make. But I want to thank you all so much for watching, and the Pounce update, you know, that day 1 was pretty rough, but I'm on day 3 now. This video will be split between day 2 and day 3. And I'm working it out. I'm figuring it out. It's going all right. So, again, thank you for watching, and have a great day.